All right, gang, good morning. Happy Veterans Day. Salute, salute, salute to all of you vets out there. Hope you all enjoy your day as much as I intend on enjoying mine. And come to think of it, the next 5 days. So I had a few things arrived here recently. Thought I might show you all what we got and take them out of their little bags or boxes here. Nothing fancy, but so I'm going to show you the box lid to this one. I just got this, so I don't know how that looks to you guys. So picked up Beyond the Rhine, got that in house. Just the box because I got it over there. I'm punching out the 14,000 sheets of counters. Just another one to add to the OCS collection. Y'all know, if y'all been paying attention to my more recent videos, I'm starting to get crazy into OCS. I got the rules over there. I'm a little over halfway through. I'm in the supply section right now, reading that, getting ready to break out of that, trying to make sure I've got at least about a 70 to 75% understanding of the rules before I start playing. And of course, this one here, this will be a monster too. Would it have like 8 or 9 counter sheets in it? I think I'm through the first 3. I'm getting ready to start the German counter sheets. So, but yeah, pick this one up here from I want to say NWS. And I got some more coming from them too. All right, so I got that from OCS. Then, thanks to old ERMJ, which I know a lot of y'all know out there, ERMJ, he saw me playing Poland Defiant and recommended a couple of the other ones they had. So I picked up a few more from Revolution they had on sale. So we start with Gazala here. Wasn't sure if I was going to get this one, but I've got this freaking Desert Crunch lately stuff I want to do in the desert. So, I've got Tunisia, the OCS game set up back in the big room, which, like I said, that'll be the one I start with here. And I hear that's a good one. I hear that Reluctant Enemies is another good one to start with. Let's see what we got here. Of course, typical Revolution Ziploc, they got the game cover, which would be like your box cover. And then on the back, they have usually charts. I got that right side up for you guys. If I don't, somebody tell me. And that's good. Good, simple packaging. The Ziploc bags they provide these things, and they're great. They're kind of thick. And storage-wise, these are great. There's not like 3 million counters to these things. And usually what I'll do is I'll take these. I have a Revolution Games box back there, one of my U-line white boxes. And I'll put this stuff, I'll put 3 or 4 of the games in there and take the counters and put them in the small trays that I have. And that way, if I want to play one, I might just pull out one box and I got 3 or 4 games to choose from. So this one is designers Roger Miller, Richard Handewith and was the developer, and Mark Mahaffey was the graphics guy. Let's see, it's got a combat chart. Let's see, the Cauldron player chart, combat results table. Looks like it's got a terrain effects chart. Explanation of the combat results, unit effects table. Oh, okay, so these will be die roll modifiers. Action chits per turn. Yeah, they have typical of their games from the World War II, these Ziploc games they got. That's pretty typical right there, how many chits each command will have. And then for the Germans too. Rule book here. Let's see what the rule book is. How many pages we got here? Looks like 11. Yeah, and it's all rules. This one's all rules. So there's a campaign game and a scenario 1. So scenario 1 is from May 27th to June 2nd. And the campaign game is from May 27th to June 13, 14. What year is Gazala? Somebody help me out here. 1942. I don't know a whole lot about the desert yet, but I will. So yeah, 11 pages of rules. Pretty simple. Black and white, nothing in color. Not a satiny type paper on this one here. But I always find the Revolution, these games from the Revolution are fairly easy to read, so, and to get through. And then they have this knack for throwing, the game's pretty basic with movement and combat stuff. And then they'll throw in these anywhere from 5 to 10 little off-the-wall rules that give the game its own personal touch. So, all right, so that's that. The rule counter sheets, nothing fancy. What, two little small sheets. What are these, 5/8 inch, I guess? I don't know who's who. I'm assuming this is the Germans or Italians. No, 90th Light, so that's got to be Germans there. They come into focus. I guess not. I really got to get another camera. I was testing this last night with a bunch of the gang, and I'm going to get a better camera. All right, British Commonwealth units there. And let's take a look at the map, see what we got. Simple, small. Oh, good. This is a map I can play right here. All right. Not too fancy. Pretty looking little map. You know, they've got that satiny finish on these things too. Turn record chart over here. Victory points, action chits. Oh yeah, one of those games where they have these tactical chits that you'll play. Let me see if I can find one here where it gives you advantages. But each side has their own. Yeah, so these white ones here at the bottom, for example, like extra move, combat +1 or -1, depending on whether you're offense or defense. I don't know if y'all can see those at all down there. I'm gonna get my, it'll focus. It's like it's got to see my hand in order to focus. I haven't figured this out yet. Can I tap it? Yeah. No, we'll have to work on that. Like I said, I can get a better camera. This camera's supposed to autofocus itself. So, all right, typical desert map. Looks like we got an escarpment up here. I recognize that name, Knightsbridge. And then mostly in the desert, Bir Hakeem down here. So I'm assuming the coast is probably up that way somewhere. I don't see any airfields on here. I don't know if there's any air in this game or not. All right, well, anyhow, so that's Gazala. That's a small map. That one I'll be able to play right here on this table. So let's get that one out of the way. A couple more here. So these other two are the ones that J said that I wouldn't hate if I bought them. They were pretty good games. So let's start with we've got Across the Narva here. Another Ziploc game. I tell you, the prices on these are great. I mean, you want small games that you can play in a day or maybe two. These Revolution games, Ziploc games are great. All right, so this is Narva, the Soviet assault on Estonia, February 1944. Somebody's eventually going to tell me whether I'm showing you all this stuff upside down. All right, so this one, the designer Stefan Ekstrom, the developers Roger Miller, familiar name. Map art, Joe Youst, another familiar name, and Stefan Ekstrom. And the cover designers Handwith and Line. All right, so this is Revolution Games. Let's see, February 1944, Soviet assault on Estonia. The back of this cover sheet has counter explanation, explaining what the mechanized units are, the command chits for this game. There's your action chits like the other one. What else we got here? Got some informational markers. Oh, this one has air power in it. Okay, air units. All right. And then just NATO designation and what element size is here. Regiment, battalion, brigade, all that. Let's see. Rule book. Rule book. Looks like it is about 10 pages of rules, and then the rest are setups. We've got, this looks like a campaign only, no scenarios. So it's got one scenario, and it looks like it's the grand game. Yeah, there's some more stuff on the back here. We got a random event table. Okay, there we go. There's an addition for this. And just some explanations and an index. These indexes in the backs of these books are great. Oh, come on, focus here. There we go. So those indexes are great to have back in here. All right, so 10 pages, that'll be easy to learn. Your typical half-inch counter sheets. I think they're about ready to fall out. So lots of units actually on that one counter sheet. This game ought to be interesting. I'll be looking forward to this one here. See if we can get up in here and get any better view on that. There we go. That focused. Focused a little better. Yeah. Take it down. All right. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 140, 280 counters. Not bad. Not bad for a Ziploc game. Let's take a look at the map here. Yeah, so oh, wow, a lot of green. A lot of forested stuff here. Let's see what this map looks like. Typical 22 by 34. I can still probably play this one on this table. What area are we in here? So here's Narva up yonder. I'm assuming north is this way. And here's the, whatever that is, the Baltic. Not sure. Yeah, don't even ask me to pronounce these names. I speak German and a couple other languages, but not this one. So we got a train effects chart way over here. Let's do this first. We've got a Luftwaffe box. We've got prepared defense track, German entry point track, activations. We got barrage. Okay, barrage roll. Interesting. Wow. 10 pages of rules. There's an awful lot of charts. Grounded box, naval landing, naval holding box, Soviet activations, Soviet Air Army, turn record track. And I'm sure that these here are like the, was it Red Typhoon that had the number of activations each side gets each turn. And then, of course, the date we got here. So February 2nd. No, that don't make sense. February 2nd to February 8th. Okay, they do the month numbers backwards. What's on the other side here? We've got train effects chart over here, pretty detailed. I tell you, I like they've done a good job of these Revolution games putting almost everything right on the map. So you don't really have your rule book in your hand all the time or a charts book in your hand all the time. So train effects on both sides, your combat results table. We got like, looks like a A1R1, attacker loses 1, retreats 1, NR, and then an A1 in parentheses. Affects the attacker if it's a Soviet. So if it's a red A1 in parentheses, the Soviet would lose. If he was Soviet, he would lose. DR1 looks like defender retreat 1, I would assume. DR2, D1, D2, D3, R2, so you can do losses and retreats. All right. That's a good looking map right there. I don't know what the hex distances are on here. I don't see that on the board here. Nope, not seeing that on the board here. Detailed movement chart. All right, so that's across the Narva from Revolution Games. Another Ziploc, small package game. Liked it. Good looking map. Very nice looking map. All right, let's see what the last one is over here. Oh yeah, how many of y'all waited up till midnight last night, like me and Wardrobe, to order every game that MMP has on sale today for the next couple of days? I know I dropped money on 5 of them. All right, last one here is Königsberg. We had Soviet attack on East Prussia in 1945. Let's see what we got. All right, so once again, designer Stefan Ekstrom, Roger Miller's the developer, Joe Youst again with the graphics. Cover art is Handwith and Line. So see the Soviet attack on East Prussia 1945, Königsberg. It's fuzzy, but that's a good looking authentic picture right there. All right, on the back of this one, looks similar to the other one. Counter explanation, silhouette explanation. There's air in this one too. When did the Germans have a bitail airplane? Command chits, activation or action chits again. This is a really cool feature. I think the first game that I looked at that had something like this was von Manstein's Backhand Blow, where you drew them out of the cup, depending on what your ratings were. Oh, come on, guys. Focus. Focus. Almost doing that. This is a learning lesson for me, gang. So, yeah, I have got to get a better camera. Oh, that's pretty, right? But how do I get it to, there we go. Yeah, that autofocus isn't as good as they say it is on this thing. Maybe I ought to invest in one of those streams, the Logitech stream, or maybe the 920 or 922. I think Wardrobe said he had the 920 or 922. Unit information chart, informational markers, retreat, so when you suffer a retreat, you need to go in these directions. All right. That's the cover sheet. Let's see, a rules book. I'm sure I'm turning this upside down and everything backwards. I probably got this all wrong. So this looks like about another 10-pager with a campaign. It doesn't look like there's but the one scenario, and that's the campaign. How to win. Another small one. Random events on the back, index on the back, unit explanations or abbreviations explained. Good simple rules. Like I say, they'll throw in their few little special rules that, like I say, give the game its own personal touch and makes them very interesting. Played, what, 3 of their games they have. I got to get my Civil War ones out on the table and play those. But the 3 that I played they've been very, very fun. They played Poland Defiant, Red Typhoon, and Cell. Poland Defiant, Red Typhoon were very, very good games. Cell was okay, but I wasn't as enthusiastic about that. So, and that was a bulge game. You think any bulge game you're going to be enthusiastic about. All right, and let's see here. What else we got? Another half-inch counter sheet. Good units. A little bit of a semi-gloss feeling going on there. I'm sure this is all German. I'm sure that's armor. I'm sure that's SDFKZs or whatever they're called, half-tracks. Some trucks. Where are the air points? I don't see airplanes. Am I going blind? I see those airplanes. You're going to tell me the German had, they got 2. They got the battleship and 1 airplane down there. Oh, well, this is 1945, so they probably have much left. Let's see, what else? Soviet units, Soviet. And there's I guess that's their command shits right there. They got a lot of them, that's for sure. All right, so there's the counters, backside of the counters. Yeah, I mean, they don't, for a small package game, they put, Revolution seems to put into their games, the ones that I have, a lot of work into the graphics, the artwork, the counters over, and it's a very, very nice touch. So, all right, here we go. This map's similar to the Narva map. What do we got here? Königsberg up here in the top. You probably can't see any of that. Sorry about that. Königsberg is right here. You can't see it. But the coast is up there. Let me turn this way. You can see that part. Yeah. So there's Königsberg up yonder. I'll flip it back around in a second here. German and Soviet activations. Soviet airbox, German airbox over here. Deutsche Volkssturm box. Großdeutschland box. We've got air bases, barrage, combat charge, terrain effects. Oh, only 1 terrain effects chart on this one. Activations, Air Army box 1. Darn, Soviets have 2 Air Army boxes. And your counter sheet again with what looks like activations. The Soviets have 2. And they're labeled 2 and 3. So I'm assuming they're probably 2 different fronts or 2 different armies. Reinforcements are on that chart too. All right, good looking map. A lot less woods on this one compared to that Narva map. So, and I think I was just watching a documentary about Narva, so that's going to be interesting to play this. All right, so that's it. There's Warsaw over here. All right, so that is those are the recent acquisitions over maybe the last week and a half that I picked up. I got some more stuff coming on the way. Plus, I got the MMP stuff coming on the way that I'm sure everybody has sunk their teeth into. Like I said last night, I know everybody waited till midnight so they could get their orders in, because each time I clicked on a page, and I'm on a 1 gig internet, each time I clicked on a page to get to it, I had to watch it spin for a few seconds, but my orders went in successfully, as far as I can tell. So, really the only one that I really wanted was GTS's The Greatest Day with the D-Day landings. So hope I picked that one up here. Hope all those get through and come in. I picked up some more of the SCS ones. I did pick up OCS Korea. I hope that'll all come in. There won't be any problems with those orders. And like I say, I've got 4 more games coming from NWS that'll be interesting. When I get those here, I'll show them to you. All right, gang. That's it for this one. You know the routine. Hey, if you like this stuff, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe, hit that bell. You'll keep up to date with what I'm doing. All right, it's Quota. I'm out.